In this video, I'm going to look at the electric ignition for my barbecue, as both of the igniters, both for the main burner and for the side burner, they've stopped working. So I'm going to take it apart and see whether I can figure out why these things aren't working. New batteries in them, still nothing. Let's check it out. So this is a spark generator for electric ignition on a barbecue. And I've actually got two of them, and they both died on my barbecue. So I've been having to light it with a separate barbecue lighter. I thought maybe it would just be the probes or the actual spark gap inside had deteriorated. So of course I got a new one, and it makes no difference. It's not generating voltage. So I think I got to try and figure out why this thing's not working. And there should be a ground on this thing to return it, because it grounds against the actual barbecue itself. So I don't know where the ground is on this, unless this outside body is somehow conductive. But it hasn't been producing any sparks, so I don't know whether it's. Let me get a zap here if I'm not careful. See, it's not doing anything. I don't know whether it's just the contacts inside here have gotten dirty, which it's very possible that it just corroded a bit and we're not making a good connection when I press down the battery. So I'm going to try cleaning them up first and see whether that's what's causing the problem. It could be just corrosion down inside the battery terminal here, and it's not making a good solid connection to the battery. That's what I'm hoping it's going to be, just that. So I'm going to I've got a cleaning kit here. Wonder if this will do the job. This is a cleaning kit that is for cleaning out vacuum tube sockets and stuff. You see, and it's got this. Might be able to do it with a Q-tip, but we'll try some of this deoxit L25 liquid, because I can dip the Q-tip in here. And I'll just try cleaning the contacts down inside here and see whether that's what the problem is, because it could be just debris and dirt and oxidation on the contact, and the same with this one here around the inside for the positive terminal. The reason I'm addressing this today is that my favorite barbecue shop, the place I bought my barbecue at about 8 or 9 years ago, they are the owners are retiring, and they're shutting the business down. So if I have to get anything from them, I got to get it from them before they close up shop. Which is after this weekend. So I figure I better get on this and see whether I can get these things working. Otherwise I'll have to buy some new parts, and if I'm going to be buying new parts, I got to do it before the end of the weekend. I already got the burners replaced, and I didn't replace all the burners. I replaced the sear plates, and I replaced the side burner, and I replaced the sparkers, the electrodes, because they were worn out, like down to nothing. And then I find that these don't work. So got my headlight on now, so I can see actually down inside here. As you can see, I got that contact nice and shiny. So hopefully, if it was just a connection problem down there, that's going to resolve it. As you can see, this one looks to be in better shape because it doesn't have the corrosion that the other one did. Oh, I can see there's a wire that runs down the side on it. I bet you that's what the problem is. The wire that runs down the side is severed. You see this one here, I can see a wire that runs right down here. And on this one, it's there. But I bet it's broken, because it looks like it's broken right there. Let's just try this one and see if this one does anything with a a new battery on it. This is a dual output because this one here actually fires up both the main burner as well as the back burner for the rotisserie. So I'm just going to do the same thing here. See whether I get any induction from the high voltage lead here. I still see nothing on my scope. Although this was the one that worked the longest. And I was thinking it was just my batteries went bad, and because I had to start pushing the button harder. So I was thinking maybe it was just the push button here, and then the batteries went bad. So I ended up getting some new batteries, but it doesn't seem to make any difference. I'm just going to scrape this bottom contact again in here because I think that's where the problem might be. Because this one down in the bottom here is maybe got some corrosion on it. So we're just going to do that, and I'll get in here with my deoxit. Yeah, a little bit on there. Let's try the battery in here again and just see whether this thing's going to do anything when I press it. Oh, I hear sparks. Oh, I see sparks. You can see it right here. Turn out this light. Sparking between these two terminals. Oh yeah, this one's working. Okay, that's one down. Let's see if we can get the other one working. This other one here is the one that I'm concerned about because it looks like this wire might be broken right here at the top. The positive terminal. I can see a break in it, and that's probably where it's bad. So I'm just going to see if I can fix this. Maybe it's not, but certainly if it's not getting power, that'll do it. Trying to see if this other one will work with the other top, or is this corroded? This one looks like it might be a bit corroded, but we'll see if this one sparks with this other top. Yeah, it does. So the top is okay. It looks like that one's better. This one's got a bit of corrosion around the bottom of it here, as you can see. But we'll use the good top and try to get this one, to get this sparker working. No, one works. This one hasn't worked for a while. The other one always did until very recently. So I'm curious as to maybe the corrosion's gotten onto the board and damaged something underneath here. Definitely that was the problem with the other one, because it wasn't working at all. draw an arc to something other than letting it arc to itself. I want to see if I can draw an arc to like a screwdriver or something that so I can test it out and see how far spark I can get on this thing. So yeah, I should be able to get a spark to a screwdriver if it's working. Yeah, nothing. I'm going to remove the potting compound from around the board here and see whether this is where the problem is. It's right where this terminal connects down, because I bet you this is where the problem is going to be. Now you're wondering how I'm removing the potting compound. I'm just using my heat gun to heat it up. It's just epoxy. You get it warm, and then it'll just pop right on out, just like that. Oh yeah, here's the problem. Here's the problem. It looks like this has been leaking, and moisture has gotten into this thing, and it's damaged the traces. So that's the problem with this one. And this would have been the side of the barbecue that was exposed to the weather. The other side was under the cover of the house, but this side is the one that's been outside. And I guess what's happened over the years is that moisture has just worked its way into this thing and has eaten away the copper. I wonder if I can fix this. It'll be probably on this side of the circuit. I don't think it'll be on the high voltage side, but let's just see whether I can clean this up out here and resolder some of these connections and see if this thing will actually do anything. Probably at this point I'm going to have to replace this thing, because you can see the copper is kind of nicely etched away here, but okay, that's the terminal there. You can see that. So we've got some traces that are eaten away here. I'm just going to try and jumper them with a wire here. See, there's a trace right here that's completely gone. So I'll jumper a wire over it. There's a few of them actually that are like that. See if I can complete the circuit with a piece of jumper wire, and maybe we'll get this thing back to life. Well, I'm not going to waste any more time on this thing. This one's shot. I'm going to have to go down to the barbecue store and get a new one, because there's just too much corrosion on here. Even at this, the positive lead comes down through the board here, and I soldered a wire onto it, but like when I measure it with my meter, it's open. So if I measure it between here, which is the positive lead, and this outside ring here, which is where the positive lead of the battery presses when it's when you press the button, it's open. So this wire runs down through here. Obviously somewhere along the line, down as it's on its way down, it's damaged, it's cracked, it's open. So that, plus the fact that this thing's all corroded, this is shot. I got to get a new one, but we got one of them working, so I'm going to put this one back together, and at least my main burners will light properly, and I'll have to get another one of these for the side burner. Anyway, thanks for watching. Now you know what goes wrong with these things. If they get wet and water gets into the seal here, if water gets into here, it's going to get into the battery compartment right down inside, and it's going to corrode it. So keep them dry. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.